Hey guys, Adam from Equipped Indoors. So today I'm very happy to start our test and review series on the Emberlit stove. Very cool little item, and we've done a couple stove series videos here recently, and this one I'm actually very excited about because of its ease of assembly and so far what I can see the other things you can do with it besides it being a stove, specifically being a windscreen for a small fire. And I'm gonna break this one down here real quick. This is the stainless steel one. As you can see, very easy breakdown. We have this part with 3 little tabs right there to grab into the stove. We'll set that down right here, and then of course we can spread that out to make a windscreen if need be for a small fire, which is pretty cool. If we don't want the windscreen, easily plug this back in here like so. So let's take this thing apart real quick, show you guys the package as is for storability. As you guys can see, very small, very low profile. You're able to put this in your back pocket if you want to. You have your little pieces here for the top of the stove. We're gonna go ahead and throw this thing back together. Very easy, you can't really mix up the pieces. Everything is pretty simple in regards to that aspect. So of course, the side without a tab goes towards the port. And one thing that I've seen on this already that I'm very excited about is the ability to actually put things on the bottom of this. And also one other important aspect, and we'll go over that here in a second, is your ability to make your traditional pyramid type fire in here and then light it from the bottom. So we got that in there, and then we'll just come up here and snap that in there like that. So like I said before, I've heard some people complain about the issues with putting this together. I didn't find it that difficult to put it together, and a very small package, weighs about 11 ounces. Now I also have the titanium version, so you're talking about a little bit more money, well, a lot more money. You know, this one's gonna be about the $70 mark, but the other one's gonna be around the $40 mark. Not gonna be a huge issue, but it is significantly lighter. I don't know if, unless you're an ultralighter or you're somebody who really is counting the grams and ounces of something, then it's a no-brainer. You want to take away as much weight as possible. But for me personally, you guys know how I like to overpack anyway. I'll probably just stick with the stainless steel version. So let's go ahead and start a quick fire on here and see how she burns. We'll be right back. All right guys, so we've got a little bit of wood in here right now. We have a nice bit of fat lighter in here to help us out, just to get it burning. Now, of course, I can imagine you can do a plethora of different things in regards to setup here. I'd be interested to see if you even needed to use the base. That way, get your coals just on the ground, and then build the fire around it. So we're gonna take our little fat lighter. Nothing better than nature's napalm. Put her in there. Oh yeah, that'll do. Now right now I am just burning it on top. I'm not making a self-sustaining fire yet. I want initially to see how it burns in the chamber. I'm going to start adding wood once we get it to break down a little bit. But I just want to see what we're working with here. Good ventilation on the bottom. And of course that fat one's going to go up like nobody's business. So I'm just putting some larger pieces in the bottom right now. So once we get some stuff breaking and the embers fall on top of it, we'll see how she does. All right guys, so we got some good initial burn in here. I'm just gonna come in here and some of this stuff we can push in a little bit more as it's starting to burn. Just because I'm a madman, I'm gonna throw a little bit more fat wood in here. Adam, you're wasting the fat wood. So right now, we're gonna go ahead and throw this. We got a lot of good flame there that we don't want to go to waste. I did want to see how easy this was to put on here once the fire is started. That's not bad. So we'll throw our little titanium cup up there and start boiling some water. Now I can say one thing that I like about this stove already is I can always perceive it being a little bit less maintenance in regards to having to constantly put some fuel in. I think we can push some of that fuel in there, like this little piece of fat wood. Works pretty well. And it is kicking some heat, guys. Pretty awesome. Woo, hot. Oh yeah, it's working. Getting a little bit of steam on the water already. The one other thing I like about this, you have a large platform here. I mean, you could put a frying pan on this if you needed to. Right here, the cross members are obviously needed for the cup, but if we're using a pan or something larger on there, these cross members would probably just be a little bit more support for the frame. But I think the frame is pretty rugged as it is. I mean, I'm not getting any wobble or anything here. I mean, it's unbalanced because of the piece of the log, but there's no issue with it at all. Man, that thing is definitely heating up here, fellas. I'm going to try to put some larger pieces in here and see how well they light up. One issue we have right here, because this is up on a platform so you guys can see it better, if we had a larger piece of wood set up here, it'd be nice and level on the ground. You wouldn't have to worry about it falling out. It wouldn't be an issue. But for this experiment, of course, we want you guys to have good line of sight on the product. And of course, if you wanted to, you can also just drop stuff up top. Why not? We're getting some nice hot flames in there, guys. Heck yeah. We have a slow boil beginning on the water. So let's see, one thing I did not like about the solo stove is that the ability, you didn't really have the ability because of the double chamber to add a little extra air. Well, that is not a problem. Let me move this beautiful EDC4 away from me. Might get a little ash in your face, but that's not a big issue. Oh, we got a raging, bubbling boil up there now. Also, I am liking that we don't have to make these pieces too fine or too small in regards to the fuel that we're putting in there. So this was about 1 cup of water in this Snow Pea cup. I do like this titanium. That was a pretty good boil too. This thing is awesome. Not much heat transfer in the handle. That is one positive about titanium, fellas. If this was steel, I couldn't do that. Of course, the stove's gonna be very hot from the outside, but I do want to see how much wobble we have. So we have wobble due to the log itself, but the frame feels pretty secure. No issue whatsoever. Tell you right now, guys, you know, one thing I'm very excited about this is the side entry to the port right here to feed the fire. It's much more simpler than throwing something on top here. And like I said before, you can keep larger wood in there and not have to worry about the flame getting too out of control. But we're definitely getting some good embers in there, and your ability to stoke the fire a little bit. Now the wood we're working with right here, there's a little bit of maple, there's some oak. We've had some rain, you guys can see how damp the ground looks. So that the inside of the core of the wood was dry, but we did have some damp wood. That's why we used the fat lighter. But as of right now, everything's looking very good. I'm gonna go ahead and take apart this titanium version, just real quick, and talk about the compact nature of the stove, which I am very happy with. Now, a lot of guys out there, just kind of campfire guys, they don't really think that they need a stove, but if you're going out to certain areas and you can't have an open flame outside of a stove like this, so this can help you guys stay within the guidelines of the areas that you're hiking to, about having an open fire in places that I shouldn't have open fire before. So quickly corrected that mistake and carried on. But now this is the titanium one. Like I said before, this one weighs about 6 ounces, which is just ridiculously light. And when we do the final review, I'll show you guys all the specs and the small bags that it goes in, but this is just the preliminary test. So this right here, you guys can see how small that is. I was able to easily throw that in my cargo pocket to the point where you guys don't even see that it's there, which is pretty awesome. Now, only you're going to be able to decide if the extra cost for the titanium is going to justify it for you based off, what your style of camping or hiking or ultralighting is, based off your needs. But as you can see, this is a little effective and efficient piece of equipment. Yeah, I can tell you right now, I can feel the flame being directed and coming out here. So the heat isn't just concentrated in the center, it does come out a good way. So if you want to put a larger pan or something on there, you're definitely going to be able to do that without any issues. And we're starting to get a good bed of coals in there with a little bit of wood. And you guys can see how wet the wood is, all the moisture in there. Awesome stuff. So you guys, I think we're going to take this out in the field for a few nights. This is our preliminary test thus far. I'm pretty excited about it. We do need to see how well it cleans up and everything else once it cools down. So we'll have some more information about that here in the near future. But so far, so good. Well, guys, that's going to do it for the first part of this test with the Emberlit stove. Check them out at emberlit.com, and we'll have some more tests and reviews, and of course, some giveaways here in the near future. So we have 2 of these Emberlit. Mikhail, the owner of Emberlit, is very excited for us to do a giveaway, so we can't wait to be able to get out this great piece of gear to you guys. Well, guys, Adam from Equipped Indoor. If you have any questions or comments, please email me at adam@equippedindoor.com. Don't forget to check out the website at www.equippedindoor.com. Tons of great blogs, articles, videos that you can't see on YouTube. You guys take care, be safe out there. Remember, if you're not always prepared, you're never prepared. Thanks.